Hello and good day. Today we are going to discuss a few topics vis-a-vis Pakistan-Afghanistan conflict. Pakistan and Afghanistan are going to hold talks in Doha, and it has been mutually agreed to extend the 48 hours ceasefire amid talks at Doha, and then we will discuss Donald Trump steps in to resolve Pakistan and Afghanistan conflict, and we will also discuss about the statement of Pakistan's Defense Minister Khwaja Mohammad Asif, and last but not the least, Pakistan's new visa policy for Afghan citizens or Afghans. Pakistan and Afghanistan are going to hold talks at Doha or in Doha on the insistence or on the intervention of Qatar government, and both sides would be led by their defense ministers. Mullah Muhammad Yaqub Mujahid is a son of Mullah Umar, and he has spent most of his life in Pakistan. Both sides have agreed to extend the ceasefire, which was enforced on Wednesday, and it was supposed to expire on Friday at 6 p.m. local time, but it was mutually agreed to extend it. And many Pakistani defense analysts and some in other countries, they have pinned great hopes in Doha talks between Pakistan and Afghanistan. And let me remind you, this is the first time that Pakistan and Afghanistan are holding talks amid mediation from any third country. In the past, we have seen that Pakistan was playing the role of mediator between talks between US and Afghans and or Afghan Taliban and with other powers, but NATO especially. And this is the first time, like I said, that it's happening. So how things change and how fast they change, we have seen it. But according to some sources, and I'm talking about some defense analysts and sources, they are not very hopeful, because they think that Taliban cannot rein in, or they do not want to rein in Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan or TTP, which is using Afghan soil, which is using Afghan facilities, and which is probably being supported, facilitated and funded by Afghan Taliban, and TTP is carrying out terrorist activities inside Pakistan. It's been a long time, and TTP has recently stepped up its terrorist activities in Pakistan, killing dozens of security officials, Pak army troops, including some senior officers. So that's why Pakistan has in fact changed its policy towards Afghanistan, and Pakistan now claims to be a hard state. As far as the TTP, the BLA and other terrorist outfits are concerned, Pakistan has showed that it has no soft corner. Pakistan is not going to hold talks about this, but Pakistan is holding talks with only on one point agenda with Afghan Taliban, that they must rein in or flush out TTP terrorists from Afghanistan, and Afghanistan's soil should not be used to carry out terrorist activities, not only in Pakistan but any other country. So now I will talk about Donald Trump, how he stepped in.
And especially when they have nothing to do with us. I guess just about all of these wars had nothing to do with us, but I saved tens of millions of lives. The Prime Minister of Pakistan said, I saved millions of lives in interceding on Pakistan, and you look at Pakistan and India as an example. That would have been a bad one, two nuclear nations, right? So I say this, This is pretty much the last one, although I do understand that Pakistan attacked, or there is an attack going on with Afghanistan. That's an easy one for me to solve if I have to solve it. In the meantime, I have to run the USA, but I love solving wars. You know why? I like stopping people from being killed, and I've saved.
Mr. Donald Trump, the President of the United States, he does not tire of claiming that he has stopped 8 wars, and then he is looking to stop a 9th war, which is Russia-Ukraine war, and he has said that it would be very easy for him to resolve Pakistan-Afghanistan issue. I am not sure if he has that leverage on Afghan Taliban, except the money that United States is paying to Afghans every month. Now I will talk about Pakistan's defense minister's statement, which is a kind of a warning to Afghan Taliban, Afghan regime, and Afghan people, especially those who are against Pakistan, who are spreading propaganda against Pakistan, who live in Pakistan. And Khwaja Mohammad Asif, who is the Pakistan's defense minister, he said that all Afghan refugees must leave Pakistan. And in his post on X, the defense minister elaborated on his visits by Pakistani delegations to Kabul and provided figures for facts of terrorism by groups operating outside Afghanistan and the total number of casualties. And he has said, Khwaja Mohammad Asif said, in quote unquote, all Afghans on Pakistani soil will have to go back to their homeland. Now they have their own government or caliphate in Kabul. It has been 5 years since the Islamic Revolution. They must live with Pakistan as neighbors. And Khwaja Asif further stated in his post that time is over when Pakistan used to appeal to Afghan government, used to request them, and used to protest about the TTP presence in Afghanistan. And he said that now Pakistan will take action if any other attack by TTP happens inside Pakistan. And Khwaja Mohammad Asif then elaborated and he presented some facts and figures. He said that since the Taliban took power into 2021, Pakistani foreign ministers visited Kabul 4 times. Defense ministers and ISI inter-services intelligence chiefs visited twice. The special representatives and foreign secretaries carried out 5 visits each. The National Security Advisor visited once, and the Joint Coordination Committee had 8 meetings in Afghan capital. And probably he forgot to mention about the trilateral dialogue between Pakistan, China, and Afghanistan. And I think there have been like 6 such dialogues that took place, trilateral dialogue that took place between these 3 countries in China and in Afghanistan. He added there were 225 border flag meetings, 836 protest notes, 13 demarches. Demarches, you know that when you call Afghan ambassador or charge d'affaires to the foreign office and you hand him over the march or the protest in person. From 2021 to date, August 2021, since Taliban seized the government in Kabul or took charge of government in Kabul, 3,844 people were martyred, including civilians, military, and law enforcement agencies. Terrorist incidents, he said, were about 10,347. And this is what Khwaja Muhammad Asif stated, presenting the exact figures. Now you can understand it well that why Pakistan became hard state for Afghanistan, why Pakistan changed its friendly policy or the policy of tolerance towards Afghanistan, because it has been decided at the very, very highest level that enough is enough. And Khwaja Muhammad Asif has said this in parliament too. Khwaja Muhammad Asif is also reported to have said that Taliban are sitting in the lap of India and they are carrying out activities inside, or they are encouraging the terrorist outfits by playing role of proxy for India inside Pakistan. And Afghanistan or Kabul regime or Taliban regime wants to destabilize Pakistan to appease India. This is what Khwaja Muhammad Asif, the defense minister of Pakistan, said. Now I will talk about the visa policy. There was a very high level meeting yesterday chaired by the Prime Minister of Pakistan and represented by 3 chief ministers of provinces. Sindh was represented by Murad Ali Shah, and Balochistan was represented by Chief Minister Sarfaraz Bugti, and Punjab was represented by Chief Minister Punjab Maryam Nawaz Sharif, whereas Khyber Pakhtunkhwa's newly elected Chief Minister opted not to attend the meeting. He was represented by one of his advisors, or former advisor, you can say, Muzammil Aslam. So in this high level meeting, it was decided that all the Afghans who are illegally living inside Pakistan, particularly inside Khyber Pakhtunkhwa or KPK in 43 refugee camps and elsewhere, they must go, and all the exit points will remain open, and they can go honorably to their own countries as they have their own government there. And it was also decided that, and I will talk about the visa policy, the new visa policy. It was also decided that anyone who is giving Afghan nationals guest houses or rest houses, who is renting them out their houses, he would be taken to task according to the law. So Afghans should not be given guest houses or houses on rent, or else the landlord or the owner of the guest house or the landlord of that house would be taken to task according to the Prime Minister's decision, or the decision of that high level meeting. And there was also decided that it was decided and announced by none other than the Prime Minister himself, Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif, that all those legally living in Pakistan will not be proceeded against, but he said that every Afghan national who wants to come and live in Pakistan will have to obtain visa for Pakistan. Otherwise, strict and stern action will be taken against all those Afghans who are living in Pakistan illegally. So this is another major step that Pakistan has taken, and so far many believe that this is kind of these are signaling, not really harsh steps. But Pakistan can go to the extent to block the transit trade route. We all know that Afghanistan is landlocked country, and Afghanistan relies on edibles and many other things which come through Karachi port and go to Chaman border and then to Torkham border in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. So Afghanistan heavily relies on its bilateral trade. Basically, it's just like India-Pakistan Wagah border, where the trade has been suspended or stopped for the last so many years. To be precise, for 6 years, since February to 2019. And if Pakistan takes that step, obviously Afghan government will be hurt. But one should hope, having said all that, one should hope that Doha talks will succeed and Afghan government will come to terms to Pakistan, and Afghan government will rein in not only Tehreek-e-Taliban (TTP) but other terrorist outfits within Afghanistan. Thank you very much for watching.